Alright. After a long hiatus, I finally got another game up. I don't know how this video is going to turn out because it's like I'm doing a post commentary on this one because I couldn't really find time to do the recording at any point. But this is going to be a deathless run of Castlevania 1, and that secret right there. Heck, even in the Nintendo Power Game Atlas doesn't even have that thing in it from back in the day. But I'll find out when I upload it how bad this is. But back to the game. This is post commentary. I figured I'd try this instead just to see if I could get the game to run a little better. I think it's just this way this is set up just ain't working. I'm using the same setup I was using from other two games, so I don't know. It could be just the ROM or my computer being complete stupid. So yeah, it's not a no-hit run. I just do a no-death run for my first time, actually. So, yeah, I know all the shortcuts. I don't use one up here in a second. I know you can hop over the wall with a bat, but I'm not trying to speed run. I'm just trying to play the game. And yeah, I'm going to use holy water. I know it breaks this game, but I'm going to do it anyways. I do know where all the secret treasures are. I just don't go for them because they're a waste of time. Points don't do anything for me. What's up with this laggy video? Maybe it's not lagging. Yeah, I didn't want to have to post up a video with no audio. I was like, yeah, you know. And that's the most worthless item in the game. Invisibility potion. They put them in the most redundant places where you don't need them and don't use them. Make sure you use them on Dracula's bridge, I'll tell you that much. Now this boss, you can basically tear him to pieces if you get the battle axe because he's always above you. But since I'm trying to keep my holy water, and it's the backwards jump effect that happens sometimes if you're not careful. But yeah, I'm trying to keep my holy water because it makes the rest of the game much easier. Oh, you got lucky there, bad. Down, down. But yeah, I love this game. Freaking love this game. I always say this is one of the hardest games they put out on Nintendo, but once you figure out all the enemy patterns and how things work, it's not that bad. So yeah, the rest of the game is going to be actually a little bit easier. I don't like this level. This is probably my least favorite level. It's boring, it's bland, the music doesn't set any kind of a tone. Ooh, I almost grabbed that boomerang. Jeez. But the main tip for this game, as to how you can beat it, is just keep moving. If you keep moving, nothing will hit you. See the Medusa heads? They'll reset after the first one in a room, and they'll never hit you. Now, I don't get most of the candles, just for the simple fact that, uh-oh. Am I getting audio lag? Nope, it's just videos being crappy. But yeah, that's the only shortcut I'm going to use because I hate that room. Medusa heads are annoying, and besides, you can take a hit because, boom, there's meat. So, these stupid spikes, I hate them. Instant kill you if you're not careful. I know you can get through that second one without taking a hit, but or without having a duck. But I'm like, you know, let's be careful with it. I love holy water. I use it in every Castlevania. Makes everything easier. God, I hate this level. I mean, see, you keep moving, Medusa heads will never hit you. The most annoying enemy in any game ever. They're terrible in this one. And here's Medusa. There's a flying head that drops snakes at you, but if you use holy water, stun lock her, and that's how you're going to beat every freaking boss. Heck, even Dracula, you can use holy water on him and beat him. Kind of funny, actually. But we'll see that when we get there. I do like this level. It's a pretty tricky level, but once you figure out all the enemy patterns and how to take care of them, this place is a cakewalk. Now, usually I can get that skeleton on the first jump, but this level's got some tricky platforming. If you're not careful, you'll fall right in a pit and die. Now, you don't want to jump right there coming off that platform because a ghost will appear. And he's very annoying when he does, because this one is a fast-moving ghost. There's like two different kinds of ghosts. There's a slow ghost, that's the normal one that'll appear, and then there's usually a fast one. Now I get on the stairs right there, just in case one of those birds decides to change its path at an instant. I can not fall into a hole with holy water. This part, usually you just keep moving and you won't take a hit, and sometimes the skeleton will just jump off and fall right over your head. But for some reason he hasn't been doing it the last couple times. It's a little random. Doesn't matter though. Yeah, you want to throw holy water on those dragon statues, it makes them a lot easier to kill. And it stuns them. They don't shoot as many fireballs when you do that. Oh god, my voice. Freaking sinus drainage on my throat. Messing with. Yeah, this part, if you just jump up and attack with just the tip of your whip, you can hit those birds before they take off. Makes it a lot easier right here, because they'll fly right in your whip. Settle down, computer. You're not doing brain surgery here. I think I might defrag this thing and leave for work today. It's due. And right here, there is a meat in that bottom block. I'll show that in a second. But you don't want to hit it. You get right up here in the second block. And just throw holy water. Yep. Beat it. You're done. Burn the mummies. Can't do anything. Hey, then whip. I could have sat down there and fought them. They're not that hard, but I mean I've done it before. I just don't like doing it. It's faster that way. Now this is the next two bosses are arguably harder than Dracula if you don't have holy water. Ugh. This part usually gets me killed because this first bat never shows up right at the beginning of the level. But if you die and you come back, he shows up right at the beginning. Because that's the only problem with this part. It's not the platforming, it's not the mermen. Mermen are shouldn't even be here. I mean, they don't even do anything. It's these frickin' bats. Luckily, I know how to get through here now without taking hits. Because if you get hit on one of these platforms, you're dead. There's no recovery, nothing. You're gone. Yeah, that's the first part. That's the bad part of the first part. Now this part, you've got eagles flying in, dropping off hunchbacks. And the problem here is that there it is. They'll sometimes drop that dang battle axe, and it's completely worthless for this level. But they usually drop big hearts, or they'll drop crosses. I think one of them drops a cross this time. Yeah, you don't want to let these guys get loose. Just take your time, kill the hunchbacks, keep moving. The safest way to get through here. They drop the cross, gives you a brief reprieve also, kind of resets your spawn timer. That thing's easiest enemies, walk underneath it. Again, just keep walking. And if you can, use holy water on these things and stun them up, because otherwise you're going to be there all day trying to hit that thing. I go ahead and pick up some extra hearts here because I don't trust them. Take. Yeah, a downward arcing item in this game is a lot more useful than an upward arcing. Now this is the cheapest boss. If you let that little hunchback Igor get off of Frankenstein's back, he's gonna kill you. There's just nothing you can do about it. He shoots homing fireballs at you and he bounces all over the dang room flying around it and you can't kill him. You have to kill, well, I should be calling him the monster, but that could be the hardest boss in the game. Because every time he hits you, it's 4 damage. And you can only take 3 hits before you know, so 4 hits and you're dead, so you've only got 3 shots at it. I've beaten him without holy water before, and it's not fun. It's probably the most stressful boss fight I've ever seen. You can't stun. I mean, every time you hit Igor, he'll stun him, but he's just the biggest pain. Now this, coming up, is the hardest boss in the entire game. I got a funny story about it, too. And basically, you know, same rules apply. You stun lock him with holy water and he's done. With every boss. This level's kind of tough. It's just a lot of enemies. Pattern recognition is key to your survival here. That's pretty much it. I shouldn't be breaking candles. I really shouldn't be breaking candles. Because it could be a stopwatch pops out of one of the things and they're just worthless. Now, this is the worst version of the Axemen I've ever seen. They don't animate when they throw their axe. In every other Castlevania, even on 3, which is on the same system as this one, they animate where they're going to throw their axe at, whether they're going to throw it high or low. This one, they're just moving back and forth and one just flies out of. So you don't want to get into a whip fight with them. Just throw one thing of holy water on them, it kills them. And you always get a 5 heart out of it, so you always come out ahead. Yeah, and you got to throw it at them and then back up because they're always moving away from you. So you want to jump, throw one, and start backing up. That way they come back into it, or to make sure it'll hit them. And I got a 1-up I'm not going to use for once. Yeah, I hope this video isn't all this choppy uploaded. I think it's just my computer being stupid. Nope, I took a hit. I shouldn't even tried that. So I can grab that stopwatch and start this video over because you're not beating this next boss without that holy water. This is the whole reason why I bring this holy water is for this boss. And here we got enough meat. And that's going to end the video. So